welcome to another video. I'm Marie, and this, as indicated by the title, is my May wrap-up and June TBR. Now, May was a really good reading month for me. And when I say really good, I mean really good. I read this month 11 books, which is a record for me, I think. And I read, let me see, and I read 2,736 pages. I can see that indicated from my little, as some people call it, voodoo book, which is actually a book where I write down all the books I have read each month and number of pages and books. And I have got a blank page over here for June. So yeah, that was a little insight into how I chronicle what I read. But let's get on to the books that I read in May. I guess I can start off with two books that I actually can't show you. I'm not even sure if I can find a picture of them or anything, but those are two books that I read for school, so I obviously don't have the copies right now. But the first book was The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. I think that is his name. I am not sure. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And the other book was a book, a Danish book, which is actually first was a Swedish book that I read for Danish class. I am rambling. Stop rambling. I've stopped rambling. And the second book was called De Usynlige, and it was by Mats Wall. I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. It's like W-A-H-L or something. The next book I read was The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. You guys could already have guessed this because I had a review up for my channel, and I will put a link to that in the description, and I really encourage you to check it out because I ask you how you want my review style to be, and I may have already decided, and there may or may not be coming up the Great Gatsby and book/movie review. Which segues me into the next book that I read this month, which was The Great Gatsby, probably one of my favorite classics. I was in tears over this thing. I mean, really, streaming down my face, and the movie was amazing as well. Also tears. I cry a lot over books and movies. Yeah, I'm a wimp. The next two books I read were in a series that I really like, at least so far. But the first book was a reread from a book that I read a couple of years ago, which was I Tell You I Love You, But Then I'd Have to Kill You. This is by Ali Carter, who's also written the High Society books. And first of all, I've seen the American covers for these, and I really don't like the covers. Not at all, no. I prefer this one much better. First of all, just as a side note. But this is the first book in the series, and the next book I read was Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy, which is the second book, and I reread the other one because I had to read this. And this was also really good. I really liked it. And also these covers, I just think they're much more beautiful than the American covers. I don't know, look it up. The next book I read was sort of a project for me. I need to, as indicated by my unfinished series video, I have to read some of my series that I don't really want to, but I've been encouraged. I read The Reptile Room by Lemony Snicket, the second book in the series of Unfortunate Events. I actually am starting to like this series more and more as I go on, and that is a really good thing. So this was okay, and I liked it. The next book that I read was a book that oh, blew my mind. Best book ever, ever, I think. And that was The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R. Tolkien, the first book in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I love this, and I watched the movie the other day, and it was just so amazing. One thing, movie-wise, Boromir. Enough said. Oh, that got me all sad. Wow. I didn't mean to. Sorry. I'll stop now. So, I love this, and my Two Towers copy hasn't actually arrived yet, which really sucks. So, I have, like, The Hobbit and this and Return of the King on my shelf, but I can't really read Return of the King without reading Two Towers, which really sucks. Arr! You see, I'm getting mad. Then a couple of days ago, I had a little bit of a book spree as well, and I bought 2 books that I also read in these past couple of days, 2 in a series. And the first one was Legend by Marie Lu, the first book in the, I think the series is just called in the Legend trilogy, I think it is. And this was really good. I mean, it has like deviating point of views between the 2 main characters, Day and June. Day is a boy and June is a girl. And I really like this. And then just a couple of minutes ago, I finished Prodigy by Marie Lu, the second book in the Legend trilogy, and I love this. It was really good. And now I have these 2 to look precious and pretty on my shelf, and I'll wait until the 3rd book comes out. And the last book that I read was kind of a book, kind of not, but I still counted it because it was great. And that is, oh my god, this is a heavy fucker. And that was The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Chronicles, art and design by a lot of people. Dan Hanna, Richard Taylor, and Daniel Faulkner. This is a book about the design and art of the Hobbit and Unexpected Journey movie, which I really liked. So this was actually a really amazing book for me and a really good insight into how they do that kind of stuff. And I can just quickly show you. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah. So there's this art and sketches, and it was a very great book. Now for the books that I plan to read in June. And the books that I plan to read in June are mostly a rehash of what I didn't get to read on my May TBR, but also there are some newcomers. And the first one of those is Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. This is a big book, and I think it will be, I don't think it will be fast to read, so I think I'm going to take myself good time to read this, and I may just save it for July when I have my summer vacation so that I can take myself good time to read this. The next book is Persuasion by Jane Austen in this beautiful Penguin English Library edition, my favorite classic editions, because this is a small one and it's a Jane Austen one, and I really want to read all the Jane Austen books. This is on my list. Next book is also a classic, but I'd say it was more of a contemporary classic, at least more than Persuasion was. This is The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton, and I saw this movie once in English class, and then when I saw this edition, I saw the book on a shelf down in my bookstore, and I just thought, wow, I mean, I knew it was a book, but I never even thought about it, so I thought, hey, I should totally read this because I really like the movie. And even though I don't really like movie tie-in covers, this was, first of all, it was the only one that was there. And second of all, I kind of associate it with the movie. I mean, that's not really good, but I do in this particular instance. So, really looking forward to reading this. Then I have the third book in the series of Unfortunate Events series, The Wide Window by Lemony Snicket. And as I said, it's a project. I need to get wow, what am I doing with this book? I need to get this series read, so I'm doing that. Woo! And another huge thing that has been on my shelf for a little time now that I need to get read, The Host by Stephenie Meyer. I've not watched the movie yet. It went out in theaters before I could see it, but I was supposed to read this first. I need to do this. Ah. I know it's amazing, and thank you guys for the comments telling me that it is amazing, but I just need to find out for myself. And the next 3 books were also on last month's TBR, and that is Bloodlines by Rochelle Mead, Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead, and City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare, the second book in the Mortal Instruments series. Oh, I cannot wait for this movie. Well, City of Bones movie, not this movie. Thank you guys, and that was all I had for you today. I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, do the most logical thing and like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it. I always encourage people to be honest. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like. Please leave me a comment about anything at all. I love reading comments from you guys. Like, if I see like, oh, you received a comment in my email, which I do get, I get so happy. So thank you so much for brightening my day with a comment. And down in the description, there is a link to my Tumblr and my Goodreads and the review of The Old Man and the Sea, which I promised. So go check those out. And if I'm reading Goodreads, follow me on Tumblr. I really appreciate that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!